Hi, everybody. It's Lori Priddle. It's been a few days since I've been online, and just wondering how everybody is doing. It's been a bit of an emotional roller coaster for me. Had an awesome day yesterday, and meltdown today. But we're trying. We're trying to stay creative at this point. I've been unable to do that up until now, but I've got a good cause that I'm working for, so we're going to keep going with that. So I thought we'd have a little bit of a chit chat about how we're feeling through all this and whether the creative juices are flowing. A lot of people seem to be sort of coming out of it a little bit at this stage, which is awesome, and getting a little more creative. So I'm going to try and show you if I can here. Why can't I ever turn this thing around? So we'll do this. I've been working on this, not quite done yet, but something a little bit different and more colorful. We've got the first probably 2 stages worth of color on this one. There we go. Love the bright colors in the shirt and stuff. It was a lot of fun to do. I was going to film it, and then I got so excited about it. The next thing I knew, 2 hours later, I was here. So sorry about that. Maybe we'll do another one at another time. Doing the ink drop silhouettes was a lot of fun and kept me quite busy and took my mind off of a lot of things. So one thing I'm going to highly recommend is pick something simple. Not a complex project, but something you can complete, say within an hour or 2 hours. Maybe get an egg timer, and I did this before. Set the timer for 20 minutes. See what you can paint on a small 8 by 10 dollar store canvas with acrylic oil, whatever. And just see what you're capable of in 20 minutes. It's amazing that sometimes those things that take only 20 minutes turn out to be amazing and desirable by a lot of people. I know I used to do Old World Master stuff and spend 140, 180 hours. I would sell them. They were really good. But then I would play around in between every 4th or 5th painting with something very, very loose that might take 5 hours. And those were the ones that sold, of course. Go figure. So, to keep your spirits up, pick something simple. Go get an apple at the grocery store. Pick up a couple pears, some grapes. Lay them on a plate. Put a little tablecloth or something under them. And give yourself 20 to 35 minutes and see what you can create. And you might find that what you create is something actually kind of amazing. And of course, there's all kinds of daily painting. Take a look at the daily painting places on YouTube. Some beautiful, beautiful things that they only spend maybe an hour or 2 hours a day doing a painting, and then they put it up on eBay. For a lot of people, we're getting back this creativity, so don't get too depressed about what might have laxed a little bit. Feed it with small projects first and see what happens from there. And if you've never done watercolor before, just go to Walmart, pick up a cheapie $10 set of watercolors and play around. I know Curry's has the Canson watercolor pads. Hang on just a sec here. That look like this is a 11 by 15 here, but you can get the 9 by 10. And they're not that expensive. It's 140-pound cold-pressed paper. I'm not sure how much this one costs, but I know the ones with, they probably have 24 sheets or so in them, something like that, and they go on special quite a bit for like $8. It's a great way to play around and do what I've done like on this one. With the background here, take a straw, lay some stuff down and blow it with a straw out, and get, the hair is dots of colors of blue and teal and green, and just play around and have some fun. Not everything has to be a photograph, okay? And a lot of times the looser it is, the more desirable it is, the more painterly people think that it is. And so play around with things like that. Don't get too depressed. Don't get too wound up in, is it a masterpiece? because in somebody's eyes, it is going to be a masterpiece and they'll buy it. So, and sometimes that's all we need is just a little bit of a pickup, just one little sale, you know, post it on your Facebook page. Don't put a price because they don't like that unless you have a business Facebook page, but post it on your Facebook page and tell people that you're playing around with creativity. Another good thing to do is try to pick up small pieces of furniture. Lots of people having yard sales now, getting rid of stuff. Pick up a small little table or something, paint the top of it. Use some acrylic paints and put a lacquer coat on the top and see what you can do with it. And it doesn't have to be portraiture or a landscape. It can be something funked out and geometric. Just play. There used to be a lot of amazing ideas that you could go into and check out on Pinterest. I'm hearing that Pinterest is, I don't know if it's still around or not actually, but if you Google funky painted furniture, see what comes up. A lot of times it's a pencil and it's some masking tape and it's some paint, and go to town and have some fun. So never let your depression beat you. I say that as someone, however, who it kicked the crap out of me for about a year and a half, and I thought I was alone in that. Come to find out, when I could finally get back to go out for a lunch or something with fellow artists who belonged in my clubs, that I certainly was not the only person who could not create anything during this time. So we're in strange times right now. It's a different kind of energy hitting the planet, where our bodies are getting used to it. So do your best. Do your best, even if you buy one brush, and even if it's just a cheapy brush like this little thing here. Here we go. Okay, maybe that would be $2. Okay, for watercolor, I like these. Play around with these ones here. This is a Royal soft grip. This is a great little brush. Well, it's not really little actually, for watercolor, and it comes to a really good point when you use it. Sometimes 2 or 3 brushes. A lot of times too. Use larger 3/4 inch to 1 inch square brushes and see what you can do, and keep your strokes singular. Think about where you're going to put the stroke and lay it and leave it. A lot of times blending is the biggest mistake we can make because it takes away the interesting concept of whatever it is that we're painting. So try something. It could be collage with cut up pieces of colored paper out of a magazine and scissors and a little glue stick onto a piece of Bristol board. But take the time to try and see what you can come up with during this time. And you might be surprised at how your mind really wants to settle into creativity at this moment. And even if it's just for an hour, it's an hour a day that you weren't thinking about negative things. Okay? So good luck. Keep tuning in. I'm going to try and have these little chats with people to keep their spirits up, says the girl who, bawls her eyes out every third day. But we need to be talking to each other during this time, and we need to be giving each other ideas so that we can make it through and have a little bit of fun. And maybe as we begin to fill our minds with the fun and excitement of creativity, we can beat depression and keep moving forward in life. Okay? So good luck. Stay tuned, and I'll show you some of the interesting things that I'm going to try, and we'll do it together. Okay? So bye for now, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.